and just starting to speak, you don't need a degree to speak your truth. I just want to tell you that. You don't need a degree in communications to turn on a camera and to start talking about the things that you went through. A lot of you guys want to be therapists and counselors and life coaches. You want to do these things, but where you feel like an imposter is because I just feel like, oh my God, like just backflipping on my couch. Like usually I roll up a joint. It's just like the best feeling to get home, roll up and just sit on my porch. Oh my God. Like when I tell you the level of joy that gives me, and I'm like, is this normal? Like, and I'm just realizing, like, I love it. Like, it feels so, like, the most relaxing thing. Just silence, smoke a little bit, and scrolling, to be honest. And I know that's not good. I know it's not good, and it's like, I'm trying to work on that more, but shit is relaxing. It's like, with some tea and a word. Oh, yes. Oh, that's another thing. Like playing games on your phone for the AD. Oh my God. I love when I just get in the moment. I'll just just play these games and I'll get like unlimited. When I get the unlimited chances for 1 hour. Woo! And then I smoke, roll it up, joint, and just do it and just get to the next level. It is so fun for me. I love that shit. I love it. So random. Didn't know we were going to talk about this today, but clearly we have some neurodivergent. I know we've always had. We find each other all the time. But I feel like the more and more I'm unmasking, the more and more like the depression and all this stuff came out, and I'm really working through that, where I'm like, damn, how did I get all this shit done in the past? How did I work all these jobs, work the 8 hours, go to the gym, do the shit, and it's because I wasn't feeling. That's what I get. When you're not tapped in, when you're masking, that's how you're able to get through the shit. I get it. That's why I was able to get these grades in school. That's why I was able to get up every day and do the shit like clockwork. And it's good for me because I know what I'm doing. Now, like I realize having too much time on your hands is really bad. Can be really bad for neurodivergent as well. Like too much time is, oh my gosh, that's depressing too. Because you're like, especially you don't have stuff to spend. Hi, Danny. Hi, love. Hi, Rihanna. It's so good to see you. Francis. Oh, y'all. You guys know that I see you and I'm telepathically saying hi. I hope you know that. I really am. When I see you come in, especially like the regulars and the OGs, when I see you, I'm telepathically like, oh yeah, I see you. Like, I know you see me. I know you see, and even if I don't address you, I see you and I'm literally saying hi telepathically. I know you know that. Okay. So yeah. My dad, can you guys hear this? Can you hear that? My dad's birthday is tomorrow. I don't know if you can hear my dad's cell phone ringing. And I turned the volume down. You guys, I turned the volume all the way down because I was getting like annoyed with like, not annoyed, but I was just like, it just was triggering me a little bit hearing my dad's phone go off. And the volume is turned down. But I was asking for him last night. I'm like, Dad, I was getting really frustrated. I'm like, I don't know what I need to do. Like, I need you to like tell me. I was getting really frustrated and I was talking to my dad a lot last night. And then I was like, I feel like you're not here anymore. It's weird. The grief. Okay, look, so true ADHD fashion. Can we hop to another timeline really quick? I know you guys get it. So yeah, like sometimes like you feel them so much and then sometimes you don't like at all. And I don't like that. But like the time where I wasn't, I feel like my sister was having a lot of activity from him. I'm like, damn, I feel like my dad's like going between us or something. And so then that made me feel happy because my sister was in the beginning, I was feeling my dad a lot and I was like on cloud nine. I'm like, oh, I don't feel any separation. Oh my God, I feel dad with us. I was just feeling so good. And then my sister was like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like this. Like, she's like, maybe he's mad at me. And I'm like, oh my God, no, he's not mad. So then she had some really like, he came to her in a dream. She smelled his cologne, the radio, music, all this stuff. And then so now she's feeling pumped and she's like, yeah, and then I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like we're both like connecting. I don't know. And so now I feel like he's back over here. It's really cool. When you really experience this and you see it and you're tapped in and you're not allowing the gaslighting and all this stuff, you really do feel the energy. You really do feel that they're here and all the things. November 20th, Rachel. Oh, our dads are in heaven together. They are. You do feel it. And I actually just got my dad's urn yesterday. So dad is like actually downstairs and it's kind of eerie. Not eerie. I feel okay. And then sometimes I'm just like, I look at it. I'm like, that's my dad. What the fuck? Like, it's like weird. First I'm just like, oh, my dad, it's dad. But I know his spirit. But then I'll look at the urn. I'm like, that's what? It's just weird. It is. It's just weird. But all the things. all the things that I'm experiencing. But I do think that I've been in a very deep state of shock too. I do. I do think that I've been in a very deep state of just shock still. So, yeah. I cry when I need to. Laugh, all the things. Yeah. Yeah, I miss my dad too. My inner child needs a moment. I was feeling anxious. Still a little bit anxious. I love it. Oh, wait, hold on. This is what my inner child really needs. 1 second. This is what she really needs. This was Little My Bestie. This is the original one that I had in 6th grade. My mom saved up and bought it for me. Because I was like, Mom, I really love it so much. I can't bear to part with my clarinet. And then I literally would play it until 3 in the morning. And so my mom knew. She's like, yeah, she needs this. It's fun. So, who's still in here? Have in here? Danielle, Danny, are you both still in here? You guys, so I have my Emerge container that starts in January. I have a few, I think, oh yeah. Danielle, let's come. I was going to see if you wanted to come in. I was going to say, we have my new Emerge container that starts in January 11th, 1/11, and I'm going to extend the deadline, I think, until through the first week of January, because I haven't, like, been on it as much, you know. So, if you guys want to book the free discovery call, it starts, let me see. Okay, it starts January 11th. It ends right before the spring equinox. And it is a 3-month group container called Emerge. And it is the second one that I'll be launching. And we have a few of the people that were in it. Okay, yeah. You guys want to join? Let's talk. Okay, so I'm going to open up the floor. Let's chat. We can all get in here. Hold on. Let's see how we do it. Can you request, Danielle? Oh, let me see. Hello.
Oh my gosh!
Hello. Oh, there you go. Hi.
Good morning!
Hello, you guys. This is Danielle.
Hey y'all, I'm still getting ready.
If I went too quick, if I went too quick.
No,
Um,
I'm good. I'm good. Authenticity,
yes, right?
authenticity and
Right?
shit.
Right? Yeah. No, so
Good
I'm so glad.
morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm glad to talk
Got
to you
the
guys.
hair down.
Yeah, this
Got
is
the hair down.
Danielle. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, this is Danielle, and I met her through we did a program together. She joined my Emerge program, and I'll let her introduce herself, but she is bomb. Like, your energy has been
Oh,
so inspiring. Your energy, just the way that you're showing up, has been really, really inspiring.
oh, thank you. So I am so excited to be on here. Oh my goodness. Y'all need to do the Emerge program, okay? Let me see what earrings I'm gonna wear. Y'all need to do the Emerge program because I'm different. Okay. I would never be able to come on here and be like, "Oh shoot, I'm not ready." That would never have been my history.
Isn't it so
Um,
freeing though? Isn't it so freeing to just be like, this is normal life. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
exactly. I'm not afraid for you to witness me figure out what earrings I'm gonna put on.
No, right? No, I
I
think
think
I put
that's
my wedgie on here. I think we're good with the earrings.
yes, I think that's good. All right, I'm Danielle Branch Brown, y'all. I went through the Emerge program and it genuinely changed my life. It welcomed me home in such like mirrored and modeled ways. Um, Chris's authenticity, y'all see, y'all know it, y'all know it. Chris's authenticity makes you bold, like it makes you more you. And you'll run if that doesn't make sense for you. But if that makes sense for you, if that's what you want, the way you'll like continue to reach for her and like move closer toward her and like want what she had, like, and not like an envy way, right, but in a way that's like, yes, that's so yummy, that's so juicy, right? And so just do it. Like if you're on the fence about it, that means you want to do it.
I appreciate you so much. And oh, I love seeing what you have going on. I love seeing your fire, fellow Saggy sister. But I just
Oh,
love seeing.
Sag energy. I'm gonna take you with me. I'm gonna put some oil on my face.
So what are you currently doing right now as far as your business, and what are you doing? I know that you are revamping, you are having a full rebrand and rebirth. So what are you
Hey, so da, 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 it's truly an entire rebranding. So if y'all were on here earlier, Chris was talking about the therapy field, right, and the mental health field, and how in many ways it's like not safe to just be a person. Um, and that's my experience, y'all. So when she said that, I was like, preach! You better speak. So I am a trained therapist, okay? And so I've been a therapist for 10 years, y'all. Ugh, ugh, and my Rick Ross voice, okay? And I truly felt trapped in a role that felt familiar to me because you talk about it all the time, Chris. Like I was made for most of my life to take care of, right, in codependent ways, and so therapy felt like home in that way. Like being a therapist felt like home in that way. But going through the program, I was like, I am a whole ass coach, though. I think I'm too big for the role. Like I'm too big for the role. So I burnt out, but I wasn't burnt out, y'all. I was misaligned. And so now I'm a liberation coach. Okay. And it really took me a while, y'all, because I had to mourn. Like I really had to mourn that role because even though it didn't feel fully aligned, it was still sharpening me in many. It was doing a lot of the things that needed to be done, right? So it was still a beautiful part of my journey.
Yeah, you needed that to
Um,
build. You needed that because now you have both
I
sides. You have the education,
exactly.
but now you're able to use both, and I think that that was necessary for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now I'm considering. I also have the ADHD. Okay, I also have it real good and real bad. So I am in this process now, looking at my part and considering doing my twists, or y'all want me to keep this out like this, or should I do my little twist, my little
I feel like with
twist?
the outfit today, it's really sporty. I feel like the twist would
Okay,
be,
good.
and I also want that shirt. The colors I was meant to tell you. I don't know what's going. Like, I don't know what's happening or something, but
Listen,
it's. I like it.
be cute.
Yes.
Yes.
Just everything.
No, this is how I always want to dress, but like again, the therapy role, right? Like as a therapist, you're like, oh,
We're working right now.
you know, what am I supposed to be wearing? Yes, we're twinning a little.
No,
We're
I'm saying, like, we're at work. This is
on
our
top.
outfit because the reason why this is our outfit is because we decided that we wanted control over our life. We wanted to decide what we wanted to wear, and we didn't want to be told all these things. And I think that so many people are in that mindset that we have to do this. This is what it is. We are so asleep to the fact that we do have options, but it's going to take courage and strength and bravery to go against. Everyone is telling you to not to. Everyone's telling you to do one
Yes.
thing, and then I'm over here like, nah, I'm doing the opposite.
Exactly. It's real brazen.
Yeah.
Listen, blazing trails is a special,
Oh, this is not for the faint of
what
heart.
a
This is
special
not.
journey.
This is the path least traveled. That's why people feel so lonely.
I mean, it's quite isolating. I was thinking about, I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and it came to me because I was talking about a relationship that I was like, man, what the heck is happening? And it was one that I had a lot of tension and strife in. I'm gonna say it. It's my mom. Okay, let's go. What I'm talking about. What I'm doing here. Okay, my relationship with my mom. So a lot of tension, a lot of turmoil in the beginning stages. Right, raised by a single mom. I was born when she was 18. So we grew up together in a lot of ways. So a lot of tension. And then I evolved and I grew into this like friendship with her. And I was like, yes, this is fabulous. And then I evolved and then I grew out of that friendship with her. And I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I know.
Because I just keep, and it's like, girl, and I had to talk to myself like, you're doing this on purpose. Like you're intentionally evolving, bro. And so
Well, yeah, and it's like, but that's where we feel that sadness because we feel like we have to leave people behind, right? So we feel that sadness first, and I think a lot of us feel that sadness, like, man. But then once you get to a point in your journey, you can start to see people for who they are and not this hat that they're wearing as mom. And then that's when you can start to add more grace and like compassion.
Yeah.
See it, and so then you can like not take things so personally, and then maybe being around mom isn't as hard because you're just like, okay, I know why she's doing this. I'm not even gonna feed into this. Actually, this is my cue. Time to go.
it's a lot of dipping. It's a lot of swerving.
I don't have to stay here.
A lot of discernment being used and humor.
Yes.
Humor has really saved
Oh, yeah.
a lot of the connection. I've been making jokes with her that I'm like, ooh, that's saucy, that's spicy, but it's fun, right? And then it becomes a playful thing again, and it's because I don't have to lean into it in that way
Oh, we used to
anymore.
take everything so serious. I realized that I used to take everything so serious
So serious.
for weeks. Like I would just be so mad holding a grudge. But who taught me? I mean, my mom and dad taught me to
No.
hold the grudge. So yeah. Unlearning, man. Unlearning.
It's a thing.
So okay, so what are you moving towards as far as your sessions? Like I know you've been doing a lot of movement. Are you going to be incorporating that in your sessions? Like what
Yeah.
is a session going to look like with you? If I get a session with you, what does that look like?
So I'm so excited. I have gotten some clients that we're doing the new version of my service, and it is so juicy. It's so beautiful. It's so aligned and so alive. So I have a couple of different options. I'm going to start with my favorite. Okay. Side note, this necklace I'm putting on is my it's like honoring of my grandmother. So we're talking about grief. So I was like, let me put her on me, just to feel
Absolutely, Danny.
the energy. Because there's some like nervous system, like, oh, I'm on a live with Chris. So
I'm nervous too.
she'll be here with me. Okay, my favorite option is the 90-minute option. I love long, deep sessions because then it can really penetrate in your cells, in your veins, in your psyche, so that as you're moving throughout the rest of the week or the month or whatever, you've had maybe a little bit more of what you would have. But anyhow, so I use talk therapy still, right? But I recognize that there's a ceiling, right? And so then we integrate with movement. So the first 45 minutes is sometimes, a lot of times, who am I kidding? I'm very spiritual as a being, which is why I was attracted to your space. So duh. So it gets very spiritual, right? So we meditate. We allow any downloads to come in that need to come in. Sometimes we ask for it depending on who the client is and where they are and what they want to do. Sometimes we pull cards to start us off. But most of the time we're processing verbally. All right. And we'll use some written exercises, maybe some journal prompts to do some deeper shadow work or inner child healing and things like that. And then for the second 45 minutes, we get up, all right, and we move through whatever the stuff was that we just discussed, right? So if it was very grief heavy, all right, then I might ask, some of this I'm like, thanks, Chris, because you did this with us in our group. But some of it is, hey, choose a song that whomever we're talking about loved, right? And then we'll get up and we'll move, right? Or maybe we'll start with some breath, or maybe we'll start with like some self-hug and some swaying to ease us into some of the movement, right? And then, depending on who the person is, we might put yoga in there, right? Like if somebody is wanting to explore yoga, or if they really already have a yoga practice. So it really is tailored for the human that's in the space. And also you will move if you come into me. Just know that. Okay. And a lot of folks come to me specifically for sacral energy, release and opening and healing, because that's where I am in this season. And that's what I feel called to, because so many of us, we're keeping so much tension. We're so locked away here, all right? And we're trying to come home, right? We're trying to come home in a fully embodied way, but our hips, every time we move, our hips are like still, and we're like, and then we walk like this, right? So much freedom here, right? When you just,
It's walking like this.
yes. Hey, and so we do a lot of hip movement. I use a lot of like goddess pose is my favorite, and then so much birthing that can happen in this goddess. So yeah, it's very cute and it's very deep, and sometimes it's not very cute, and then it gets cute again. So it's the process.
I'm really proud of you for just being brave enough to say, no, I'm doing it my way. This is what resonates. And I think those expressions are awesome. Like, I definitely need more of that somatic healing and more of the sacral chakra stuff. So check some of the stuff out.
Such important work.
It is.
It's such important work.
Like all of these were unblock, and then poof, the sacral chakra is I still have a lot of blocks there. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, because it's
do the work, and I still find blocks. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
the process.
It's harder to move through these than the other ones for me. Just to like,
me too.
Yeah,
and that's why it's my passion, right? Because that's how it works.
I feel
like
yeah,
using your own journey.
Well, I love that. I'm really, really proud of you.
Yeah. So if you go to the selfcareacademy.com, you'll be able to find me.
Make sure that you're following her too here, because her content is telling you it's very obvious that you're moving into that movement, because all her content is just like free moving and the confidence. liberation that I feel in your content is wild. Like I know you guys can feel it in her energy too. You can feel it in her energy, her fire, her zest for life, the way that she's just so excited about, like, you can just feel it. It doesn't lie. You can feel it.
Thank you.
So this is what you have right there. This is what people are like. I need that.
Yeah. And also, so my second favorite thing, Chris, is Sensual Zen. So some of the ladies have, I think you know that some of the ladies have come. I love that class so much. It's again related to sacral chakra, but I have tons of playlists of a plethora of like hip hop, R&B, some jazz, some soca, right? So it's very hip heavy, but honestly, it's full body alignment, like tuning into your body, and being able to tap into the healing frequency of your sensual energy. There's just so much that can be done when you come home to yourself. And so all my stuff is leading you back home to yourself so that you can feel liberated in this world, right? Because this is home, right? Like out here, this is home, but like this is home. You know, at least for the where we are now, right? Okay.
Yeah, you guys, make sure if you're resonating with Danielle's energy, give her a follow, look at her academy, sign up for all the things and the workshops. I just saw Danny. I recommend and enjoy it.
Danny, yes. Danny got in class and killed it. You hear me? I was like, I'm gonna join. Go on.
Is it on a schedule, Danielle, yet? Or is it kind of like whenever you post it? Or is it always, if we just go to the academy, we'll see them?
So if you go to the Academy website, you'll see it. And also, I do it every Tuesday at 6:30, but I've stopped for December because self-care. And so starting back in January, there'll be Tuesdays at 6:30.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to join.
Yes, oh my goodness.
I'm going to join. I need to start, and I can't do it for some reason. The sacral chakra stuff is very hard for me to do on my own. I feel like my body tells me.
Yeah.
I need sisterhood to heal this wound, because like it's just very scary for me, and there's just a lot about my sexuality that's still so suppressed, and so I need people that are further along in that journey to really give me that permission to just out that are still just so hidden. I want the part of me that I used to just save for my partners, because when I'm with my partners, you get behind closed doors.
Right, there it goes. Right.
Myself that I'm like, I really. And so how do I embody that just for myself? I don't want to do it just for someone else.
I got you, boo.
For myself. I want to feel sexy for myself. I want to do this for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at.
I got you. That's the whole juice, the whole sauce of Sensual Zen. Okay.
So I'll be seeing you in the news.
We will see you there. Yes.
But I'm so glad that you joined. Let's just keep doing this.
Yes. Thank you.
I'll get with you, and we can let's actually have some like topics, and like we can kind of like say, hey, this week we're going to talk about this, and so we can have the specific.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yes, I can't wait to be back. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for joining, babe.
Thank you.
Bye. Y'all, I love this. You see the community that you build when you just put yourself out there. You see the friends and the people that you meet when you just put yourself out there, and you get sick and tired of hiding who you are. You find people that really love you for who you are, and then the anxiety goes away, because a lot of our anxiety is because we're wearing a mask, trying to be what we think everyone wants us to be, instead of saying, hey, this is me. And I understand if this doesn't resonate with you and you don't like this. I'm not here to be liked by everybody, and I'm going to be okay if you don't like me. I'm going to be okay if you choose to leave my life. I'm going to maybe be sad, but I'm going to heal. And I'm going to create more space for people that want to be in my life. I don't want to force anybody. I don't want to do it out of obligation. I want people to be in my life and show up and do things that really resonate and rock with me. And I'm learning not to have any hard feelings for those who can't and don't. I am not everyone's cup of tea, and that's not what I signed up to be. I'm not here to make everyone comfortable. That's not what I signed up to do. And I don't know why a lot of us have gotten it confused that our role is to come here and make people comfortable. It's not. Actually, some of it is quite the contrary. Some of us are here to be a projector, to be a mirror of what people need to work on. And some of us are not even trying to trigger people, but we do just by being ourselves, because ourselves is the trigger, because we have so many people not being themselves. And they're like, gosh, it would just be so amazing if I could just say those things. It would be so amazing if I could just wear that. It would be so amazing if I could just be happy with my body and where I'm at right now. But society tells me that I shouldn't. Society tells me that I should be hateful towards myself. Society tells me that I shouldn't like these wrinkles. Society tells me that this hair, and all of us are living our lives based on some idea of what society is telling us, not recognizing that society is capitalistic, and they're creating they're creating issues, and they also are creating the solutions. We are the product. So they are banking on your insecurities, is what I'm saying. The more insecure you are, the more you can be controlled. The more you don't have your own mind, the more that you can be controlled. The more that someone can tell you what beauty is, the more that you're going to spend money trying to reach that standard. The more someone can tell you what the right body is, the more that you're going to spend money trying to get that right body. Because at the end of the day, all we want is to be loved. Period. At the end of the day, all we want is to be loved, and not just to be loved for who we are. But we are so disconnected from that we don't even recognize that that's what we want. So we do all these things, and we have all these insecurities that we try to correct on the outside, not recognizing that shortly after we do whatever we do to gain that validation, it's still not enough. And it was always inside. You know? But when we are raised in a very judgmental society, and we base the things on the looks or the color of someone's skin instead of their character and how they treat people, then we have relationships and friendships built on superficial reasons. I'm friends with this person because they're popular and they're conventionally beautiful, and so my proximity to this person makes me popular. I've chosen friends on that because I wanted to fit in so bad. Danny, Emerge loved you. Oh. All right. Who would like to get into some readings? Let's get into a reading. One of my friends got me a new Oracle deck, they must have read my mind, because I was like, I need to go to the store and get a new Oracle deck. Sometimes I feel so stagnant with some of the decks and I just need fresh cards. And then bam, it's just crazy, you just manifest it so quick. So these are messages of cosmic oracle cards. They're really beautiful, and they're just like empowering messages. So I'm going to start with this new deck. I'm trying to get my energy and play with it and, get it in. Let me turn up this. Gonna play some of my music, y'all. Crystal Waters. If you are interested in listening to some of the music that I have released, not on the handpan, but on my sound bowls, it's on everything that you can listen to me. The link is in my bio for my podcast, my YouTube. Make sure you're following me on YouTube and Instagram. Since we don't know, make sure you're following me there, because I'll still be going live there regardless of what happens on TikTok. And then also, I wrote a book. 2 books. Your girl's over here just doing everything that she used to love to do as a child. And I said, why don't I feel happy in life? And then my inner child is like, because you've forgotten about me, you're ashamed of me, and you don't allow me to do the things that we love. Like, you don't do the things anymore. You're too cool for me. That's my inner child. You're too cool for me now. I was like, what? My inner child was like, yeah, you're too cool for me. You didn't recognize that. Didn't you see who we were and how we could dance and how we were just so confident? And now look at us. It's because you're denying me. I am that girl. My little inner child. She's like, I've always been that girl, and you forgot. And I was like, you're right. And then once I came back home to myself, I'm like, yo, my swag and my charisma, my natural energy is dope. What? I love it. Yeah, Lindsay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and so I'm like, yo, I've always had it. I've always felt it. You can't tell me it, okay? And it's not cocky, it's confidence. And we're allowed to be confident, and we're allowed to speak highly of ourselves. It's not arrogant to speak highly of yourself. Sometimes you're the only person that speaks highly of yourself in your life. You're always waiting for somebody else to tell you that you're good enough. You're always waiting for somebody else to tell you that you're this and that. No, I'm going to tell it to myself, because some people are not hearing it at all. So who's going to say it but me? I am enough. I am that girl. I am intelligent. I am so creative. I am kind. I am deserving. And I'm going to say that to myself every single day, because I deserve to hear it. Let's see what the message is going to start out with today. Again, make sure you guys book your free discovery call if you're interested in working one-on-one or in group, because I also have a 5-week one-on-one program for those of you that may not feel ready for the Emerge, because the Emerge is very hands-on. It is going to open up things that are going to not force you, but that are going to encourage you to start bringing your shadows to light. That's the whole point of it. Once we open up the can of worms, once you make that choice to say that I'm ready to integrate these shadows, what do you think is going to happen? And I told the group this before it started. And by week 3, a lot of people were just like, okay, these questions and all this stuff, because we do some questions. We do a lot of journaling in the beginning to kind of like open up the floodgates. And then the last 3 weeks of the course, we just build. It's very intuitive. I can't even tell you. No 2 emerges are going to be the same at all, because it's all based on the energy that's in there, the vulnerability, how we share. But for me, I created Emerge because I went through my own Emerge 3 months before creating the program for other people. I went through my own shadow work from March until like August. I was in deep shadow work, and it was just wild to really start to integrate and see myself and bring these parts of myself to light. It was so liberating while also scary. Things about my sexuality, my temper, all these things that I used to hide, my car, just all the witchy things, all the stuff that I love to do. I was so scared. What if people, and then finally I got to a point, I'm like, well, what if they don't? And I don't care. It hurts more to pretend to be somebody I'm not, just to have some friends that really don't even love me, or family or whatever. I feel more happy just being myself with one friend than being fake with 20 people around me just to appease somebody. And once I made that decision, my life got so much more peaceful. And the confidence grew. My confidence skyrocketed, because my confidence was no longer based on some external validation or wearing this outfit or saying the right thing or the wrong thing. My confidence came from, I know who I am and I love who I am, and I'm not going to fold or falter just because you say something that I disagree with. Oh, they may not like me. Okay, well, if you don't like me because I disagree with you, this is going to be a long life, because I am not someone that's just going to agree with shit all the time if I don't believe it. So if you want someone that's going to agree with you, I'm so glad that we disagreed on the first date. That's where I'm at. Because I love who I am, and I have something to say, and I'm opinionated, and I've spent the majority of my life just being quiet. So the first card that came out, you're amazing. Okay, you guys saw me pull this out, right? Y'all saw me shuffle, and I just had it out. You guys know I'm just getting my messages. Can I tell you what this just said? You're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. You guys saw me shuffle this. You saw me take it out. I was just sitting here. I'm over here talking about the message. Meanwhile, Spirit's like, girl, pick the damn card up so we can just link this shit together so you can get amazed with the fact that you can girl, pick the damn card up. That's what Spirit said. Girl, if you don't pick that damn card up, and this is what, okay, you act like this is the message I was trying to give you. You act like you doing something. That's my message, bitch. Pick it up. And it says, you're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. We can't make it up, y'all. We can't make it up. Okay, that lets me know that we're clicked in. We're tapped into whatever energy. All right, Spirit, thank you. We are tapped in. Let's pull one more real quick. We just said this, you guys. I love it. This is why I do the cards, because it's fun. It's fun. I love connecting. I love when Spirit is using me as a vessel to connect. I love this. This is a priceless job for me. Unfortunately, on Earth, we decided to pay for shit. So I'm just trying to make some money to pay for shit, because I don't know whose bright idea that was. But yeah, this is awesome. Okay, let's see the next message. You have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. You have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. I mean, Literally, look how beautiful these cards are. You are dimming your light. You're dimming your light every single day that you are not waking up in your truth. You're dimming your light every single time you don't set a boundary. You're dimming your light every single time that you don't do something that you really want to do in your heart. Over here worried about being too much because people all the time said that you had a big personality. Gosh, Chris, it's just too much. I don't know. People just literally hated me for no reason. I remember just going to a birthday dinner and I'm just talking and like having fun at a birthday dinner. And this girl that I used to work with and her husband were at the birthday and she was clutching her husband. And I was just like so confused. And I was like, hey, y'all, we sat across from each other. I'm like, hey, I'm Kristen. And she looked at her husband like, I know you're not going to engage. And he was just like, hey, like really standoffish, and then she didn't say anything, and I was just like, this is wild. And it's just because she felt like me shining stopped her from shining. Me telling jokes, because people were telling me, Kristen, tell jokes. It's always that, because I'm a storyteller. People love the jokes because I exaggerate, because I'm like, it's a little white lie. I don't want to tell people these boring ass stories. Let me just add a few details that are not hurting the story. It's not hurting the story. I'm just a good storyteller. Let me add a few things. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's not hurting nothing. And so people like when I tell stories, and I do too. And they ask me to do it all the time. My friends, tell that story with it. Because people love laughing, and that's my love language. And some people are really threatened by that because that causes the attention to be on me. Because I'm telling a joke, but I'm also a Leo moon, and I love that shit. And I own it now. I'm a Leo moon, and I like it. I'm meant to have attention on me to show people what it's like to live freely. That's it. And I'm done thinking that it's a bad thing. There's other people that got a lot of attention on them that don't need no attention on them. So it's okay for me to share my light and inspire others. And you don't have to be threatened by my light because you have your own. And anytime you want to turn it on by just being yourself, you can do that. Don't blame me because you feel like you can't be yourself because you're more worried about what society thinks. That is something that you got to sit with and heal on your own, babe. Don't be mad because I'm doing the work when you can do it too. Instead of getting mad, ask me how I'm doing it. Instead of getting triggered, say, man, your energy's awesome. Like, what are you doing? And I'll tell you. Maybe you'll become a client. That's what I know. But back then, when this happened, I didn't know anything about who I was. I was just being myself, but I didn't know anything about myself. So I didn't have, I just was like, okay. I was just very like, oh, all right, or whatever. And actually, it bothered me a little bit that she didn't like me. It bothered me, even though I don't know her, even though I didn't do nothing. It bothered me because that was back in my people pleasing days, and I'm like, why doesn't someone like me? So I probably tried to be extra nice to her after that because I just wanted her to like me. Now I don't have the energy, you know. Let's see. Rest. Okay, a lot of us have been feeling very tired. A lot of us have been feeling very tired in this season, and we're supposed to. It is winter. We're going into winter solstice. We are meant to be going into a deep period of reflection, hibernation. Just follow the animals. This is why January 1st is not really the new year. They do this because they're just doing everything to keep us stuck and in our power, even changing up the damn calendar. That's how you know people are so threatened by our power. And I wish that we would wake up collectively and recognize that we are the power. As soon as we wake up and say we're done with the shit, it's going to stop. They know that they are at our mercy, but they continue to make us believe that we are at theirs. That's what's crazy. I wish more people would recognize that. This is why I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing until my final breath. I'm going to be on that damn deathbed after I take my 4 grams of mushrooms when it's time for me to go, because that's what I want to do. I want to be out and feel with all my friends and all the people and my animals and whatever. And when I know it's time for me to transition, give me my mushrooms so I can go out and fucking style and some psychedelic shit, because that's what I love. And my final thing, think for yourself, bitch. Think for yourself. Follow your own mind, bitch. You are really the one that's in control of it. I don't know. We'll see. Until my last breath, okay? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And don't let me be your ancestor. Don't let me be your ancestor. You already know it's going to be a shit show. Oh, Lord, don't let me. If I decide to come back, let me just be I'm definitely going to be an ancestor, because I'm definitely not coming back as a motherfucking human on here. So when I come back as an ancestor, I'm going to be over here. You guys need to be hearing rhymes. All of a sudden, you're going to just be hearing these random rhymes that I used to do. And you'll be like, oh, damn. Yeah, what? Wake up, bitch. Move, bitch. Wake up, bitch. Set a boundary, bitch. You know, all these little things that I make up. All of a sudden, you're going to hear that. And you're going to be like, oh, my God, Kristen's around. It's going to be a time when you're about to, like, betray yourself or something, when you need to set a boundary. I'm going to be like, set that boundary, bitch. Hey, set that boundary, bitch. Hey, you're going to be like, yeah, set that boundary, bitch. Yeah, I'm setting a boundary with you, bitch. Oh, sorry. I'm setting a boundary with you. That's what it's gonna do. You guys gonna hear me. Watch. Oh. Set that boundary, bitch. What? Set that boundary, bitch. Hey, set that boundary, bitch. What? It's my inner child with some sunglasses on. Set that boundary, bitch. My inner child's a G. For real. My inner child is, she's blunt. Don't ask her unless you want the truth, bitch. All right? She's confident. She's confident. And this is where a lot of you are really pulling this confidence in and recognizing that your children are confident until you make them unconfident. I'm telling you, a lot of children are confident until they get their ass whooped for being honest. A lot of children are confident until someone makes fun of them. A lot of children are confident until someone tells them not to be. And a lot of times it's the parents. It's a lot of times, who do you think you are? I'm a human being that has a fucking opinion. Just because I'm 8 years old doesn't mean that you can't learn nothing. Who do you think you are? Because you over here pretending that while we being honest, you want me to say what I really want to say? You're lucky I'm conditioned to worry more about your feelings. Because if I wasn't, I'd be getting ass whoopings for days. That's what it was. I wouldn't be living here. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I don't know who the fuck I'm trying to prove. I didn't say nothing to my mom. And my dad, his face was so fucking scary. My dad's face, I'm like, why are you looking at me like that? His face would be scary. I'm like, you look like you hate me. What the fuck? I'm your daughter. Dad, wake the fuck up. His face would be scary. It's me. That, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, because he's very, like, angry and stuff. And, like, I just feel like it would be, like, a different person sometimes. I'm like, hello. It's your toddler. Hello. Goo goo gaga. Shit, I'm a baby. God damn. What? Goo goo gaga, I'm your toddler. Toddler, I'm a kid. Why are you looking at it? Scary. Blue's Clues is on. Look what I'm watching. And you're cussing. Dad, look. You over here cussing people out through the house and stomping the dad. Look, Blue's Clues. I'm a kid. Over here, children. Children are in the house. That's what I wish I would have said. There's children here. We're watching everything you do. I'm learning from you. Watching everything you do. I'm learning from you. So when you whoop my ass, who you really whooping? You. Because I'm learning from you. Okay? So I need you to stop whooping you and handle your shit. I'm over here taking all these ass whoopings for the healing that you haven't done. Damn. Wow, I just went into a moment. Sorry. Okay. Whew, I just went into like a portal real quick. I was feeling like I was really reliving some shit. Sorry. I'm still healing. Oh, could you imagine if the kids said what they wanted to say? If kids really could just say it. I love you, Danny. I'm learning from you. Ooh, that's the songs that they needed to be playing when we were growing up, and the parents are like, what the fuck? What are they talking about? Yeah, this is some real shit. This is called Enlightenment TV. Yeah, I'm just watching Enlightenment. As a little kid, I wish we had. Can we get some Enlightenment TV? Yeah, I'm just watching Enlightenment. They're just telling me it's not my fault. Maybe I will do that. Oh my gosh. Maybe I will create a children's series that really is like, yo, I know your dad is over here not showing up and shit, and you think that it's about you, but it's not. Anyway, your mom's really jealous of you. Your mom's really your first hater. Tell me where the blue circle is. They lying to your ass. Anyway, show me where the red rabbit. Can you show me where the red rabbit? The only thing that's red over here. You know what I'm saying? You're right all along. You can see the insecurity. Your daddy ain't shit. That would be a great cartoon. The kids would be like, God, wait, you're right. I feel like this would be a good idea. Don't you? Some real ass shit. Yeah, they're going to say, this is, it'll be the first thing. It'll be going viral on TikTok. All them parents, have you guys seen this show? It's called Enlightenment. And it is crazy. These kids are just getting, these kids are just saying stuff. These kids got us up here in shambles. I don't know. These kids saying things. I don't know. This TV needs to get off. This is crazy. This shit is ruining our kids. These kids are just saying stuff that's too real. That's what the kid, that's it. Woo. Yeah, we need to get this on. I think we're going to do it. Let's do it. Yeah, we should do it. Okay. Listen. This is what happens when you heal your shame and you just let your imagination run wild. You can have some crazy ideas and people think this is funny, but it's the person who actually does it that they're like, this shit is genius. It's the person who actually has these ideas, I'm for real, and then says, I'm going to do it. And that's the stuff that ends up, that's the visionary stuff. We got to do things differently. So maybe we'll make a cartoon. All right, I've rambled on enough. Let's see. I know we had someone come in. We have 2 people on the list. Please make it a shirt. Your mom's your friend. Your daddy. I love it. Can you say, what is 1 + 1? 2. Yes, exactly. And it takes 2 parents. So give your mama some grace, because this is why she's so pissed off all the time, because your dad's out here in the streets, but every time you see your dad, you're over here looking him up because you're on a pedestal because you have daddy wounds. All right? 1 + 1 is 2. 2 parents. That's what you needed, okay? So don't be over here fawning over your dad because he's over here seeing you once a month and you're over here looking like your mom is over here not doing nothing, but she's working all the time. So give your mom some grace because she's tired. 1 + 1 is 2. That's the cartoon. I think we're going to make it. And then we'll also do one about the food too. I'm definitely not going to do a cartoon. We're going to do about the childhood trauma and the parent stuff. And then we're also going to do about all the stuff in the schools and all the things like this. They're not teaching you history. They not teaching you history. That shit they teach you ain't the truth. It's missing some things. Ask them. Oh yeah, we'll do them. Yeah, we'll do them. Ask about segregation and this. Ask about Tuzla. Ask about this. Ask about Ask about Rover's. We're gonna do that too. We're gonna have them give them prompts. Hey, yeah. What is KKK? I heard something about, what is the KK? What is that? Tell us about, who's that? Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it would be. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, K, K. So ask them about that in the next hearing. K, K, K. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, K, K. Ask them. L, M, N, O, P. Okay, we got, let me see, where are we at? We have Sandra. I know, Mama, we're just out here in the streets, okay? I'm being reckless. All right, we have 7 cards for Sandra. Sandra, are you still here? Sandra, are you here? Sandra, are you still here? Sandra, are you here? Sandra, are you still here? Oh, okay. All right, we have Sandra. And then we have Asha. Sandra and Asha, are you here? And then I know we had one from the other day. So Sandra and then Asha. Sandra and then Asha, where you at? Sandra, where you at? Sandra, where you at? Sandra, where you at? Let me clear the energy. And then okay, good. I was gonna say, here you are. Okay, awesome. Nini, I got you. If Sandra's not here, I will do you first. Nini, thank you for being so patient. I didn't see it until later, so thank you for being patient. Let me pull your 3 cards first, and then Sandra, and then Asha, okay? Because you were here since last week. But there's a reason why you waited, Nini. There's a reason why you waited. There was a reason why it was exactly this time for me to pull the 3 cards, because it's time for you to hear the message today, right now. So 3 cards for you. That was really quick. So unconditional love. There's something with the mom. There's been some feelings. There's been some things that have been coming up for you, Nini, that have been really pulling at your confidence and really making you look at certain insecurities. And it has to do with some stuff. The fact that we were just talking about mom is interesting. Purple Berry, I see you. That's Sandra. You're Sandra, right? I can see your messages. Purple Berry, are you Sandra? If so, you're next. But Nini, yeah, there's been something. So unconditional love, this is what it is that you're seeking right now. There's some connection between your inner child that your inner child is seeking. And the disconnect came from some of the things that you didn't feel and hear that you needed and still need. And so is letting me know that Divine Mother, there's some things to really work through and process when it comes to mom. When it comes to mom, that is directly correlated to how you feel about yourself. Okay? There is a mask that's coming off me. There's a mask that's coming off, and you're starting to see some people around you for who they really are, and that can be a little disheartening. But you're also starting to see your own shortcomings. You're also starting to share light on who you are as a person, and no longer being in denial around the things that are hurting you and the things that you're feeling. You're starting to come online, is what it is. You're starting to come online. You're going through some type of transformation or awakening. Is that something that really resonates with you? Because you are definitely learning what unconditional love is. In our society, we are really taught conditional love, but it's your mission to really learn what unconditional love is through giving unconditional love to yourself, and also recognizing where you did not get that in childhood and filling those voids with your own love now. So now, no more denial around how you feel. If you've been seeing 222 a lot, Nini, this is definitely for you. And rest is needed. Rest is needed for you to really allow your body to purge and to sit still. That's something I think that sometimes you have a hard time with, which is like staying still. I think that you're busy. There's a lot of things going on. And so it doesn't really allow you and your inner child the space to really connect in the way that you need to. And for you to release this pain so that you can stop reliving this cycle. There's a cycle or a loop that you're in. And once you acknowledge the unconditional love that you didn't get and start to give it to yourself, then you'll start to feel more confident. You'll start to feel more of value. You'll start to feel less taken for granted, because we don't recognize that when we don't give ourselves the things that we needed still, we start to take ourselves for granted. We start to take ourselves and our personalities and who we are reparenting for granted. And it's because we've been so conditioned to do so, but we don't have to continue doing that to ourselves. Okay? So more unconditional love, no more denial, really speaking and working on that shadow aspect of you, Nini, and then allowing yourself to rest unapologetically. Okay? And I'm also just hearing there's some new people, there's a new person, there's a new energy that's going to be coming into your life. You have to be receptive to that energy. It could be platonic, romantic, I'm not sure, but there's just a new energy that's going to be coming into your life that is going to make this process feel less lonely. Because there's parts of this that feel lonely. Okay? So it's not unproductive to rest. It's not a bad thing to rest. Absolutely. Danny, now I'm going to have you on here too. Maybe you can join me on Friday if you're not busy, Danny. I'd love to have you on here as well. Okay. So Nini, I hope that helped in healing the inner child for the past year. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. It's time to go a little bit deeper. It's time to go a little bit deeper, Nini. Am I saying your name right, Nini? I hope I am. But it's time to go deeper because you deserve it. It's more healing. So we go through these layers. And so the fact that you've been doing it for the past year lets me know that you're probably getting ready for shadow work. You're probably getting ready. If you've been working on your inner child for the past year, you've probably built some self-trust. You've probably built some of that self-love. Your inner child is feeling seen and validated by you finally. Now, the repercussions from the shadow, from the personas that we created, we've hurt people and we've done things and we've hurt ourselves. So now, the shadow work that I was talking about earlier, now it's the opportunity to start to step in and embody this person instead of letting our shadow side run the show. The shadow is rooted in insecurities. So how do we bring our insecurities to the surface and just bring it who we are and just say, yeah, these are things that I'm insecure about. And the more that you normalize it, Nini, the less insecure you feel about it. That's the beauty of it. We're only insecure because we are conditioned to feel like who we are, we should be ashamed of. That's how society keeps us small. That's how society keeps us stuck. It's the perfect thing. If you just sit and look at it, it's the perfect agenda to keep people disempowered. Because all we want to do naturally as humans is fit in and belong, right? We want to fit in, belong to a community. Well, this is our community and this is the standards of our community and we want to follow those standards, then we have to abandon ourselves. We have to betray ourselves in order to fit in. and be like everybody else, which is so boring and not the reason why we're here. Some of us is the reason. I guess some of us don't ever evolve to show what it looks like if we don't ever evolve. Some of us come here and we're supposed to be NPCs the whole time so that you can see, damn, people really are so oppressed. So much so that they defend the oppressors. And they don't even see. And what it is that they think it's about black and white and all this racism and everything, when really you can see that it's about wealth. Anyway, just my 2 cents. Happy healing, Nini, and let's step into that shadow work, okay? Step into that shadow work. Sandra, here you are, Sandra. We got 7 cards for you. All right? We got 7 cards for you. All right? We got 7 cards for you. All right, I got 7 cards for you. So again, Sandra, when it was your turn, when I thought you were gonna go, I started getting really hyped. So this lets me know I'm singing, I'm using my voice. You're welcome, Nini. Sandra, it's time for you to really use your voice in a way that you haven't before. That's what I feel. The energy is rising within you. The energy is rising. The energy is coming in. So let's see what's happening, because I'm feeling a very high vibe when it comes to you. Let's see what 7 cards, what cards are coming out for Sandra. What does Sandra need to know? What does Sandra, spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, what does spirit need to know? That didn't feel right. Let me finish. If these cards are supposed to come out, they'll come out again. Let me finish shuffling. I need to shuffle these, spirit, make it very clear. Are we using all 7 from this deck, or are we using multiple decks? What does Sandra need to know? Okay, we are doing it from this deck. Okay, yeah. So let me pull these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was exactly 7 cards. So, okay, spirit, it's like, let me do this. All right, so okay. So Sandra, the perceived risk is going to lead to your new beginning, okay? There is a point right now where you feel like being yourself is a risk. Being yourself is the risk, okay? And I'm here to tell you that it's not, but you are coming out of survival mode. You no longer are resonating with the survival mode of always being up in your head and doing all this stuff. You are healing, and you recognize that even when you were in survival mode, you always had the light around you. You were always protected. You were always being kept safe, but you just didn't recognize that. And so you did things that was indicative of someone who didn't know how protected and how guided they were. Okay, so the survival mode is no longer survival. It's no longer sustainable. Not feeling our emotions. We hit a wall. We can't sustain this, right? And so now the risk is like, oh my gosh, I got to let all these things out. It's doing such a number on your physical body, holding it in. It's causing so much on your hormones, everything. You're recognizing that not speaking your truth and being in your survival mode has wreaked havoc on your body. Your hormones are all out of whack. There's a lot of candida. There's a lot of things that you're really waking up to within yourself, Sandra. And so, and that's beautiful, because we can't heal what we are not aware of. So the awareness that's coming in, it can be painful because there's a lot of things of like, damn, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. But the awareness is the first step. You guys know my 5A method. The first step to integrating your shadows is awareness. You can't heal what you're not aware of. This is why a lot of us are walking around asleep, being the elephant in the room, not recognizing that the same things that we're complaining about our parents, we're doing. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. And this is where it comes from. Once you wake up to the fact that, oh my God, I really have repeated a pattern subconsciously. But that's also where the compassion comes in, because you see that these patterns are created subconsciously, so we can give people more grace once we can give it to ourselves. And that is something that you're working on, Sandra. Working on giving yourself grace and really being honest around how you contribute to your own suffering and how you've repeated some patterns. And that is exactly the best place to be, because now we can get somewhere. So that risk of being yourself is actually not a risk at all. It's a necessary for the new beginning that's coming into your life. But the Divine Father, there's some things that you need to work on and let go and heal with your father. Is your father with us still, Sandra? Is your father with us still, Sandra? Is your father still here? Do you guys hear my dad's phone? Look what card I'm holding. Father. Your adopted dad is. Okay. Okay, is there some things that you need to get off your chest to Dad? Are there some things that you need to like tell him and talk to him about? Because I'm feeling that there's some stuff that you need to say, but there's just the fear of judgment. There's just a lot of fear, but this is exactly what's going to lead to your new beginning. This is exactly what's going to lead to this new beginning of just getting some things off your chest. And okay, well, your adopted dad, the dad that you know, if there's some things that you need to get off your chest, there is some things that you need to get off your chest of saying, of processing, of some truth. Okay. And that is going to open more doors to you. That's going to open more doors for you. But that judgment, that fear of judgment and the way that you're judging yourself sometimes, that stops you from doing the thing that you know you need to do. Okay. You are very, very gifted. You're very gifted. And so the more that you stop denying your truth, the more that you start to integrate your inner child, the more that your gifts are going to come in, because these gifts are strengthened by our belief. And who believes? Our kids, our inner children, when we're going into all these different realms and before people get a hold of us and when we're just at home, if we are in a safe environment and we're allowed to dream and have imaginations and stuff, a lot of us recognize that we have been tapped in since we came here. We have been tapped in. Okay. And so these gifts are just a remembrance. You've always had these gifts. And a lot of you are starting to recognize and put things together. Astral projection, certain dreams that you used to have as children, the little shadow people, the things that you used to see, the feelings that you used to have, the clairvoyance, the dreams that you had, clairaudient, how you would hear these things and you used to write it off because our society conditions us to gaslight things that we don't understand. Our society conditions us to judge things that don't make sense. And since no one's talking, and since our parents are not connected and they're not telling us about our spiritual gifts because they're disconnected, then we don't have anyone to kind of take us under our wing when we are little to say, no, these things are who you are. This is normal. This is your connection to source. And don't lose this connection. Don't throw this connection away. Who cares what people say? Who cares if you're weird? You stay in this connection, what feels right in your heart, regardless. These people that judge you are just disconnected from themselves. You are the one. And this is what we needed to hear. And this is something that is resonating a lot with your energy, Sandra. Like, this is something that is resonating a lot with who you are. And the more that you can really recognize that, the stronger your gifts will be, and the more that this will all make sense. You're also not in competition. This is the last card that came out for you. The fact that we are comparing ourselves constantly to other people who are worried about this, this is what is the thief of our joy. You are you, and you are you for a reason. You're very special. There's no one like you. Okay, we all have the ability to tap into these gifts, but how we do it, how it conveys, how we articulate it, the way that we express it is unique to us. And the more that we can let go of trying to fit in and stand out, the more that things will start to become clear. You're not meant to fit in, Sandra. You're meant to stand out. And so there's an opportunity. There's something that's coming into your awareness. There's some transformation. There's some ascension. There's some frequency that you're on right now that I think you fight. Because you're going here, but then there's still so much here that we need to get off of our chest and speak about before we can really be happy here. Okay? So this is what you're doing. So being more yourself seems like a risk, but it's the only option. I'm trying to tell you. It's the only option to the liberation and the freedom and the zest and the confidence that you're seeking. Okay? We have to work on our self-concept. All right, Sandra, I hope that helped. Asha, I see you liking it over here. Yeah. Asha, let's pull some cards for you. Sandra. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're on the right track. I'm telling you, it's on the other side of you speaking and getting the stuff off your chest. You're going to feel such a drastic difference. People don't know how much keeping things in is truly keeping them stuck in their tracks. Because how can I be this person that I say that I am and all these things when I know damn well I'm still not honoring myself. I'm still not setting boundaries. I'm still not doing this. You're not fooling nobody. And you don't have to. We just need to get real that this shit is scary and that we got to face these fears. We can't let our fears make us complacent. All right, Asha. Let's go. 7 cards for Asha. And welcome back. And it's good to see you again. It's good to read your energy again. Whoa, okay, right here. Okay, feeling called to pull from here. What else is going on with Asha? What's going on with Asha? What does Asha need to hear? What are ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels? What's happening? Asha, something, it just said mama. Ask about mom. It just, ask about mom. Oh, yeah. ASMR. I love it too. Oh, okay. Yeah, something with mom, mom on your heart, something with mom is on your heart. I don't know. Let's see. I feel like I'm placed at the center to bring balance right now. Like with your mom. Like there's something like you need to bring balance with her. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna do one of these for you. A lot of growth. Okay, yeah. There is a lot of feelings in the moon. Okay, so the moon card came out for you. We have hearts. Your heart is opening. So much growth. Light at the end of the tunnel. Creativity coming online. Creativity is tied to success and career. So if you're not as creative as you'd like to be with what it is that you're doing. Okay. So this is some past energy that you're currently moving through. There was a time where you felt like you were in this room and there was so much despair, there was so much darkness, but now you see that tunnel and you see that light at the end of the tunnel, and here's the flowers, here's the time that it's blooming. So this lets me know that maybe this isn't past energy, this is something that you're coming out of right now. And when we come into that spring equinox, the seeds that you plant right now are going to come into fruition around March. So whatever it is that you're working with, whatever it is that you're healing with mom, whatever it is that you're working on within yourself, especially when it comes to your career and your growth and what you're supposed to be doing here, your mission, your passion, you're going to be planting the seeds for that right now, or you're being invited to plant the seeds for that right now by looking deeper at what it is that you want, being unapologetic about that, and not being scared to dream even bigger. You are in a huge growth spurt right now, and you've been in it. Yes, right now I'm coming out. Right now, okay, right, yeah, you're right. I'm coming out of it right now with my mom. Yeah, coming out of it, yeah. And so you're on a huge growth spurt right now. You're having a huge growth spurt. Whatever it is that you're letting go of, whatever it is you're coming out of right now is propelling you. And so the romantic relationship, all that stuff, it's propelling you, and it's putting you in a state of feeling and deep in your subconscious. So this relationship, the stuff with mom, everything is coming up and it's carefully curated for you. You are meant to go deep into these emotions and really look at what was not working, because this was very out of alignment. This is why the stuff with the relationship and the mom, it has not been in alignment, because you have not been living for Asha. You've been doing a lot of things for other people, trying to make other people happy, and you have gotten to the point where I'm exhausted. There's so much tension and opposition and what's been going on. There's so much tension. You're recognizing that you're creating it by not being honest with yourself. And so that's exactly what it is that you're here to do. It is time to bring balance, and not the fact that you're supposed to be healing people and doing all this stuff. No, it's supposed to be bringing balance by you speaking up and honoring yourself, because it has been a very imbalanced situation, because we have been worried about hurting people's feelings. And mom, this is why mom came up. Worrying about being sweet. The sweetness, I need to be sweet, feeling responsible for mom. A lot of us feel like we want to heal our mother so bad. A lot of us, because we've been connected in such an intimate way in the wound, we know our mom's pain is deep. And a lot of us have been replaying her own cycles, recognizing, oh shit, I'm literally walking in my mom's footsteps with all the pain that she did not heal. I absorbed it as her child, because we're so connected to our mothers. And so the sadness and the depression that a lot of us are feeling right now is the sadness and the depression that our moms and our grandmothers and our great grandmothers did not feel. A lot of it, it's like, it doesn't even make sense. A lot of us don't even know why we're so sad. We don't. We know that we went through things, but a lot of us are working through stuff, and like, I don't even know why I feel so sad. And it's because it's residual ancestral sadness that we are feeling. And a lot of us are not recognizing too that the sadness is because our mothers didn't really live the life that they wanted to. Yes, having children was great and it was beautiful and it wouldn't change it, and we're here, but it also was at a sacrifice of them actually living their dreams and building the things and doing the things that they wanted to do. And so that sadness of you still not doing that is perpetuating the cycle, whether you have kids or not, whether you're allowed to or not, whether you are not caught up or not. The fact that we're still not going for it is creating that depression, because why are we still not going for it? Yeah. You're doing a lot of ancestral healing, Asha, okay? It's the dark feminine that's coming out. We don't always have to be so sweet for everybody. Sweet, add the light. No, there's some times where I'm meant to add some darkness. I'm meant to shake shit up. I'm meant to honor my own pain and say, F you. There are some times where you're supposed to be like, I don't care about your pain. I care about mine for once. My experience matters. Heighten your personal experience. That's what Stay Hype stands for, if you didn't know. Heighten your personal experience, because we spend the majority of our life before we wake up trying to heighten everybody else's. And it's draining. And then we get mad and resentful and angry that everybody else is where they want to be and everybody else is doing this and everybody else is happy when we haven't done the work on ourselves to get there. But we've been coaching everyone else this whole time. Oh, no wonder why people are more ahead. You're coaching them to be there, but not taking your own advice. And it's not towards you, Asha. This is not towards you. This is just the collective frustration, and the frustration that I think deep down comes with suppressing yourself for so long. It's exhausting. And when at the end of the day, you recognize that you have no one else to blame but yourself, and it's not blaming, it's the fact that you're not aware of it. But now that you are, it's really painful to still dim your light when you're aware that you're doing it. It's a big difference from being ignorant and blissful than consciously in the closet. It's a big difference. You know better. So now it's time to actually do better, because there's no one else that's holding you back but you at this point. So transitioning out of trying to be sweet for everybody and doing what you need to do. It's a growth path that you're on right now, and it's not going to be comfortable all the time. Yes, it's actually selfish not to use your gifts. I love that shit. Your career and your success, everything is changing. Your career and what success means to you is changing, Asha. Give yourself permission to redefine what success looks like. It's not what mom said it is. It's what you define it as. Success is subjective, but they've conditioned us to think that everybody thinks it's successful to do this and this, and follow this path. No, it's not. Success is what makes me happy. And that may look completely different than what society thinks or what mom thinks or what anybody thinks. But at the end of the day, whose frame are you in? Are you being the main character in your own movie or the best supporting actor in someone else's? Whose life are you actually living? Society, mom's, or yours? Your creativity has to be at the forefront, Asha. The stagnancy that you felt, the disconnection that you felt is because you're not creating the way that you need to, the way that you should be. You are a creator. You are meant to be creating and transmuting your feelings and your pain through art, expression, movement. So what did you used to do for your outlet when you were younger? Were you a dancer or a singer? Were you a writer or a poet or a musician? What was it? Because I know it's something. I have been in a dilemma with that. I felt stagnant, and I know, because the career is you. You're not meant to be doing something else. You're meant to be stepping into you. If it feels good, you're in alignment. If it doesn't feel good, you're not in alignment, period. You're doing something, playing a role, following through a pattern of behavior like everyone else is, except now we're all waking up and saying, oh, wait, you're unhappy? Oh, you're unhappy? I'm unhappy? You're unhappy? You're unhappy? I'm unhappy? Maybe we didn't get it right. We're all unhappy. So I played sports. I wrote journals. I used to draw. I do hair. So these are the things. Doing hair is such a spiritual thing. Doing hair is not only creative, but it's spiritual, especially with the right person. When you have the right hairdresser, they can bring you to tears in that bowl. Is that you? Are you using your spiritual gifts and using the things that you naturally love, not recognizing that being a hairdresser is also very spiritual and it's the way that you want to frame it? Maybe the way that you do hair and your sessions are geared around mental health. Maybe you say, not only are you coming to get your hair done, but this is a safe space for you to land, and let's talk about some things, because you don't have to live by anybody else's rules of what hairdressing is. You just have to be brave enough to break the rules and do what feels right for you. You don't have to do things like everybody else. That's the restriction and the limitation that they condition us to be in. You can continue writing journals for a living. I know. So why aren't you getting paid for it? And doing something that makes you feel stagnant when you're literally having mental health conversations with people for why? Why? Why are you doing it? It's energy to do that. It takes energy to have conversations. It takes energy to help people emotionally. Why are you doing that? It's because it's a calling. It's because it's what you're meant to do. It probably fills you up. You probably feel excited. You probably feel energized after you do that and help somebody. That's how you know you're in alignment. Me giving all this energy and helping people, if it's not in alignment, it would drain the fuck out of me. And sometimes it does when I'm not giving back to myself. That's how I know when I need to pull it back. But when I'm in alignment and I'm taking care of myself and I have the capacity, I feel through the moon when I get off my coaching calls. I feel through the moon when I get off my workshops. I feel through the moon when I get the emails, because it's what I'm supposed to be doing. Because it's supposed to be what I'm doing. Your creativity has to be in the forefront. You're going to feel stagnant if you're not using your creativity, period. The last one said, no one said this whole life was a race. It's okay to slow down. You're never too old to start over. You're not too old to reinvent yourself. You're not too old to start from ground zero. You're not too old to wake up and say, I know that for 20 years I was a banker, but today I'm a baker. I'm no longer a banker. I bake cakes now. Completely opposite of the spectrum. People may not understand it. People be like, what the hell? You just went in banking and now you just bake cakes? Yes, that's what I've always wanted to do. And I didn't believe in myself. And now I want to bake cakes for a living. I don't have to explain it to you. But since you want to know, this is why I'm doing what I want. Yes, I gave away $100,000 a year to bake cakes because money is not as important as my happiness. And I can also make 100,000 baking cakes. That's my new belief. So you keep believing that and I'm going to keep believing this. Thank you. No one said this life was a race. It's okay to slow down and not feel like you're in a rush just because you're getting older. That has nothing to do with it. That's the version of you that still believes that time is linear. Asha, dang, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I hope this helped. I didn't know it was going to be, what? They have it. I feel like that was a grandmother. Your grandmother, somebody just came in and was just like, that was real personal. Asha, I hope that helped. You're on the right, this shit is crumbling right now so that you can rebuild from a foundation of truth. Do not run back to what's comfortable because you're scared. Do not run back to relationships and run back to different patterns of behavior because it feels scary and isolating to stand. It's okay for you to stand on your own for a little bit. You won't be alone forever, but God, the spirit, the universe needs to know that you can stand on your own at some point. You do. There is a point where you need to know within yourself that if you don't have no friends, no family, that you can still stand on your own and that you're still going to be okay. That is a flex. That's a flex. You were just in my FYP and I feel called out. It's because it was for you, baby. It was for you. And I love when that happens. Okay? It's never by coincidence. It's never by coincidence. I know that the work I'm doing, I am attracting and I'm emitting a frequency that is bringing the right people to me. This is why it's so easy to read. It is. And I feel like a lot of times my readings are the same things over and over because I'm not a reader that's going to give you this fantasy. If I feel something that's coming up with love, I'm going to tell you. But a lot of times the people are coming from me to hear the fact that we need to do this work. It's about the healing. It's not about the love and I want to be, that love is coming inevitable, but it definitely won't come if you don't love yourself. So let's stop talking about this stuff. Okay, this, yeah. What's about the future? What are you doing right now to maintain what it is that you want? That's what a lot of readers need to tell you. Instead of filling your head up, yes, the guy's coming and the partner's coming in. No, you need to do the work to actually maintain the shit. Yeah, the person is coming. You are able to attract it, but are you going to self-sabotage because you still don't feel deserving of it? Happy holidays to you, Justin. So yeah, you listen to readers and they're filling you up and they're filling your ego. They're filling your ego. They're filling your ego and it feels good. Of course, it feels good to hear that the love's coming in. Of course, it feels good that money's coming. Of course, that feeds your ego because that makes you feel great. Yeah. But what are we doing in the present to make sure that we're actually in alignment for that stuff? Because it's a frequency. Money is a frequency. Love is a frequency. Everything's a frequency. So if you're at a low ass frequency, someone who's up here is not even going to recognize you, babe. Even if you are such a beautiful light, someone's not even going to recognize you if you're staying at a frequency here, especially if they've done the work to raise it. You know? Are you the partner that you're manifesting? Are you behaving like the CEO that you are envisioning? Does the person who runs this huge company that you want to have not take care of themselves, not keep their body up, not keep their health up and physically? Do they not keep their mental health up? Do they continue to give to others but don't give back to themselves? Do they put other people's needs first? Do they not believe in themselves? Do they listen to people outside? Is that what the CEOs are doing? Or is that the kind? You have to ask yourself. Am I embodying this now, who I want to be in the future? Because the future is created in the present. I'm here to tell you what you're doing right now is going to impact where you are a year from now. So, you know, all right. Well, let's see where we're at. I don't know. I don't think we have anybody else in here. I think it's 10:30 is great. I need to go do some stuff. It's Christmas Eve. I just wanted to hop on here and say hello because I didn't make it yesterday. And so I definitely wanted to show up. I knew I had some readings and some people that I needed to connect with. So just know, hi, Joker. So the Emerge is open. The Emerge free call is open. It's a 15-minute discovery call to see if you're fit for the group, the 3-month group container that starts January 11th. Good, Asha, I'm so glad. I'm really excited for you. Or if we realize that you need more inner child work before you go to shadow work, I have a 5-week course where essentially you pay for 4 weeks and you get an extra week of coaching for free. And it's a 5-week plan that we can set up for if you don't feel ready. So either way, book a discovery call, see what's best for you. I do in-depth readings that are 45 minutes. Those are a little more intense. And I will also be opening up my workshops that I do once a month or twice a month starting in January. Book club for those of you who have gotten a copy of my book, Uncomfortable Truths. This is a lot of shadow work. This can prep you for the course, to be honest. So my book, Uncomfortable Truths, it's a book for breakthroughs. I created this book with the intention of helping you wake up to who you are in the comfort of your own home. Sometimes it's really hard for us to hear these things coming from other people. It's a lot of shame involved with recognizing some things about yourself. So this way you have a book and you can look at it. Stop running from your triggers and dissect them, or they'll keep coming back until you do. Your anger is valid. How long are you going to hold on to it? Not forgiving them is draining you more than you realize. Who needed to hear that today? Your anger is valid, but how long are you going to hold on to it? Not forgiving them is draining you more than you realize. A lot of the reasons why you guys are not feeling in that creative flow, why you're not feeling inspired, why you're not feeling like in a flow is because anger is stagnant. Anger is a stagnant emotion. Anger is a stagnant emotion. I'm listening to you catch me. Con artist. Oh, the projection is crazy. But anyway, yeah, it's like the anger and not allowing yourself to flow is stagnant. It's stagnant. And so we have to express our feelings. Feelings are in our feminine energy, and that is responsible for flowing. So if you're holding on to anger and resentment, that is causing stagnancy in the flow. Think of your anger as like a huge log falling into the river. All right. Think of your emotions as a river and you're just flowing. And then all of a sudden you get to an emotion that's not comfortable and this huge tree just falls right in the river. So now the river's not flowing. The ecosystem, everything is off. Everything's out of alignment now. The river's not flowing. The people are not getting it. The animals are not getting it. They're not able to travel upstream. You see how that block really does stop everything from moving forward until someone is like, oh wait, the reason why the river is not flowing is because we need to pick that big tree up out of the river, and that big tree is the anger. Feel it. You're not meant to be angry at your dad for 30 years. I'm telling you, the human body is not meant to hold on to a single emotion and an experience for 30 years. We are meant to feel it, yell, scream, rage, forgive, and move on. And we have to learn to do that even if people don't say sorry. It's hurting you, not them. You are not flowing in the way that you need to because you're hanging on to some anger thinking that that's protecting you when really you just need to cry. You need to scream and cry and say, I miss my dad. I miss my mom. I'm really hurt that I didn't get the love that I needed. It's really hurt me when they yelled at me and did these things. And I know that I'm 35 years old and I know that I'm 40 years old, but I'm still hurting and I'm still someone's child. I'm still that little kid and I just need a hug. I just need someone to just validate that what I went through was terrible because I didn't have nobody standing up for me. That's what a lot of you guys just need. It was angry and I'm allowed to be angry and I'm not going to ever let anybody treat me like this again. This is all you need to move forward. It really is that simple, but that convoluted because there's so much that we got to look at. You've been brainwashed. You've been conditioned. So we got to reprogram, and that takes time, but not a lot of time, in my opinion. If you are on it and this is something that you really want, and every time you start to get these negative thoughts, every time you start to spiral, you got to come back into the present moment. Because when you start to spiral and when you start to have these triggers, you are dissociating. You're leaving the present moment and you're going back into a memory or something that happened that really triggered you. And you're going back to that moment as if it's happening in real time, and it's not. So what do you need to say? I am safe. It's not happening in real time. There's just something that this person said that really triggered me, that made me think of my dad. It's not happening. This person didn't know. How could this person know? You know, this person didn't know. They didn't purposely try to do it. This person could not have known that them saying this was something that my dad said 20 years ago. Let me get back to the present moment. Okay, this is what's happening. You see? Logic. This person just said something that triggered me. I didn't even know that that was something that still bothered me. But instead of trying to run from it or drink or do something, let me sit with this. Damn. This person just said something and I didn't know that I wasn't over it. You know, I didn't know that I was still hanging on to that. So use the trigger as an opportunity to learn to yourself more. Use the trigger as an opportunity to get to know yourself more and say, wow, I didn't know that I was really sensitive in that area, or I didn't know that I was still feeling that. And then validate it. Validate it. That's what your inner child is asking for. Yes, recognizing that you're capable of hurting self the same way others have helped you. Yes, we are hurting ourselves by staying quiet. We are hurting ourselves by not going for what's in our heart. It's so painful, more than you realize. It's keeping you stagnant, stuck. You're feeling drained. Let's read one more. Actually, let's do a little flash sale real quick. Do a flash sale on my book for those of you that want to check it out. Holiday Seasons, and we'll do it. Yeah. Okay. So those of you that want to get a gift for yourself, a gift of healing, if you want to support me, getting my book is an awesome way to do that. I just linked it, so if you want to take a look at it. But Uncomfortable Truths. Oh, here's a good one for your inner child. You are the one who experienced your pain firsthand. So if anyone can validate your feelings, it's you. No, not yet, Nikki. No, not yet. Make sure you're following me on my YouTube, because I'm going to start going live on there. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. But make sure you're following me on Instagram and YouTube. But you are the one who experienced your pain firsthand. So if anyone can validate your feelings, it's you. Isn't that so true? Isn't that what we were just talking about? It's so crazy that I just pulled to this page. But you are the one that experienced it. So why are you looking for your dad to say, yeah, I know me not being there half your life was wrong. It hurt. I know I hurt you not being there. You are experiencing the pain every day. You're experiencing the pain in that toxic ass relationship of your dad not being here. You're experiencing the pain of you not going for your dreams because your dad wasn't there. You're experiencing the pain every day of your dad not being there. All we need you to do is validate it. You don't need dad to say, I hurt you. You know that. Of course, we want our parents to be able to hold themselves accountable. But if we're waiting for that, some of us are going to wait forever. You don't need your parents to heal. You don't. You do not need your parents to heal. Absolutely not. You don't. I was able to get to this place of forgiveness and love with my dad without him saying sorry, with him still being who he was. I made a choice to see past. I'd made a choice to see past his shortcomings. I'd made a point to protect myself with boundaries, and I made a point to love him anyway, because I knew that it was my mission to teach my dad and show my dad what unconditional love was before he left this earth, because he had never felt it, not from himself and not from those around him, not because we didn't love him unconditionally, but we wouldn't allow us to. But when he got sick and he couldn't run physically, he literally could not run, he was forced to finally feel it, and those last 2 months were crucial. Those last 2 months with my dad were crucial in breaking cycles in my family, and me saying, I have a choice. I could say, F him, you weren't there for me, so why should I be there for you? But that's not who I am at all. That is not who I am in my core, to say, F you, you weren't here for me. And what that doesn't make me any better, any different than him. The only thing that my dad would have left the earth is just feeling like, yep, I was right. No one really loves me. And instead, he left this earth knowing how loved he was by the people in his life. And that is the best gift. I'm talking to you like this because you are capable of this. You are absolute love. You are not your anger. You are not your resentment. You are not these feelings that you're carrying and identifying with so deeply. You are not a bad person. You are not a mean. You're not this. You're not that. You are hurt and you are protecting yourself in a way that you see fit, but you don't have to protect yourself no more because you've already survived this perceived danger. You keep putting yourself back in danger by not addressing the trauma and attracting the people in different bodies. You keep putting yourself back in the danger by not healing. You keep putting yourself back in the depression by not honoring that your soul doesn't want to be doing this job no more. That's something that you're doing because you don't think that you have other choices. Because you've been conditioned to think that there's only one path to happiness when really there's infinite paths, and the flex is that you create it based on what you want. So if you don't like what you're doing, then stop. Get a plan on how to pivot. And not all of us can quit our jobs right now, but we can start taking steps towards what's next. At least if you start having a plan, it makes work less grueling because you know it's only temporary, but you don't know that it's only temporary if you're not doing shit. You're just settling. And you're just settling. This is my life for the next 20 years. I'm just going to go here, do something I don't give a damn about, and never really step into my potential. That's what you're settling for? Never going to create the art, never going to create the music, never going to let nobody sing, never going to let anybody hear your voice because you're too scared of being judged. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. This is why the people in my life will never stop hearing me talk about them and say, hey, what you doing? Why you not stepping in? And then the same goes for me from one day to the next. Yesterday I was in shambles. I don't want to do this. I'm so tired. I can't do this. I'm so angry. I can't do it. And then today I'm back on it. Back on it. Ebbs and flows. Sometimes even I forget. That's why it's important to have a support system around you. Okay. All right. Let's do one more, you guys. And damn, I am really turning to the shit. This is crazy. This book is like channeling with me. You don't think you have a choice to live differently, but you do have a choice. You are choosing to stay stuck by not making a choice. What? And on that note, look how we just over here pulling to pages that we're already talking about. You don't think you have a choice to live differently, but you do have a choice. You are choosing to stay stuck by not making a choice. Let me put it here so you can see it. Is it? Page 39. I'm telling you, it's so disempowered, it's wild. You have been so conditioned to be disempowered, it's wild. You're literally walking around here so disempowered, handing your power away on a silver platter every single day, and you don't even recognize it. That's the fucked up part. It's called Uncomfortable Truths. It's my book, Chrissy. It's my book. It's my book, Chrissy. It's my book. I love when people ask what book it is, and I'm like, oh, it's my book. It's my book. It's my book. Hey, it's my book. Hey, it's my book. Oh, yeah, and I also have a journal. It's just sold out. I also have a journal, but it's sold out. I also have a journal, but it's sold out. So this is the awareness. This is going to give you the awareness. Oh, shit, I'm doing that. So look, you're going to do this. You're going to say you believe in yourself, but your lack of action says otherwise. Ooh. You say you believe in yourself, but your lack of action says otherwise. And then you say, damn, that's right. And then you go to the journal, and then it says, think of something that you've always wanted to do. Why are you not doing it? What is keeping you stuck? Then we go deeper so we can understand. Oh, thank you. I love you. And so we break the cycle. We go deep. So we understand, we have the awareness that we're not taking action. Okay, that was the wake-up call. Damn, I'm the one that's not taking action. Well, why am I not taking action? Because I take action in shit that I don't even like every day. I take action and get up and go to work and spend gas and drive to a job that I fucking hate. I'm taking action on shit that I hate. So why am I not taking action on shit that I love? Well, I don't know. Let's turn to the page and find out, but we need to go deep in because your guess is good as mine. So we don't got to guess. We just need to look deeper because the answers are there. You're just scared of it. I don't believe in myself. Why is it so scary to say that? A lot of us don't believe in ourselves. Well, let's see why. Well, I grew up with parents that don't believe in themselves. I grew up with parents that didn't really go for the things that they really wanted to do. So if I didn't see them doing it and they're my role model and I don't have any representative, I do spoken word. Yes. I don't have any representatives. I don't see anybody that looks like me doing it. I don't have any encouragement. I don't have the resources. Yeah, it's gonna suck, and maybe that's gonna form some viewpoints. But guess what? You are not your circumstances, and we can't be defined by our past. We can't. Some of us are. So the journal is available on other places, like jungly places, but not on here. I just, I'm waiting to see what's going on with the TikTok shop, but it's available on other places. And I don't even want to be on that bitch no more either. To be honest, I can't wait to pull this shit. It's the last time that I'm gonna be publishing in the jungle again, okay? Because I don't want to be doing nothing to do with these motherfuckers, okay? Anyway, that's another thing. Anyway, if you want to get the book, want to look at it, let me know. The book is on here. It should be on the flash sale. Let me see. Let me put it on. It should be in here. Okay. If you want to get it for $5 off, you can get it in the next 5 minutes. If you want to get $5 off, which may save you the shipping, I'll be shipping some more out. Let me see. It's a great coffee table book, and it's definitely a conversational starter. It's a great toilet book. Okay, it's a great book to keep in the bathroom. I'm telling you, people are going to go in there, and you're going to have this book on the back of the toilet, and then your friends are going to go, hey, let me go use the bathroom real quick. Get all comfy, like, ooh, a book. Oh, let me see, what's this shit about? It's not them, it's you. You are the common denominator in all your toxic relationships. And no, you're not fundamentally flawed, but you're unaware of how hurt you actually are. As you're shitting. Wait, let me read this. You are projecting the resentment you have towards yourself onto people who hurt you. Yes, you are angry at them, but you are also angry at yourself for what you allowed, even though you didn't know better at the time. Well, hold on, goddamn, man. I just wanted to poop in peace. What the fuck? I just wanted to poop in peace. What the fuck? You felt so undeserving of a safe, healthy love that you convinced yourself you weren't attracted to it. How many of us have said, you're too nice, they're too much. You felt so undeserving of someone who was healthy and safe that you convinced yourself that you were not even attracted to it. And you told yourself you're more attracted to the bad. I like the bad person. Now all you want is that other person that just wants to show up. You tired of the damn game. Now you praying for that person that just called you that was doing too much. It was because you didn't feel like you were worthy of it. So then your friend comes out the bathroom and says, damn it, I just went in there to take a shit. And I came out enlightened. I didn't ask for all this shit. I don't want to go out no more. I want to talk more about this shit because actually, no, I don't want to go to the movies. I want to talk about this since you want to have this shit in the bathroom. You want to have this over here, and I just wanted to poop in peace. And now I'm over here contemplating shit. Why am I the common denominator? Why do I hide my anger? I want to know now. So yeah, check it out. $5 off right now if you want to check it out. Friendships Live, I know, right? And I'm doing it too. I know the book's in there, and I'm over here like this. Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom? Go ahead. I got a copy in every single one. I got 3 bathrooms in my house. There's one in every one bed. I don't care if you're going upstairs. You're gonna get one up there. I'm actually going to print out some of the pages and put it as artwork. I'm like modern artwork. I'm going to blow up some of the pages of my favorite ones. And I'm going to hang them in my office, and I'm going to hang them around the house. So just if you don't get the book, you're going to read it. You're going to be awake in this house. This enlightenment house. All right. And that's my show. All right, guys. And that's my show. If you were here, you know what I'm talking about. Comedians always end with a joke that they did early in the beginning. And now I just ended with it. That's my show. All right. See you tomorrow. Enlightenment. All right. I love you guys. I will see you on Friday. I'll see you on Friday. Oh, I love it. Good to see you, Hannah. Good to see you. I was talking to you telepathically the whole time, by the way, if you didn't know. Danny, you already know. Danny, I want you to come on here with me. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm going to reach out. I want you to come on here with me next time. Okay, Danny? Okay. But yeah, I love y'all. I will see you guys. Have a great holiday. Have fun. I really hope that, you just connect, do something different. I know that a lot of us feel the pressure to get these gifts. And I also know that a lot of us are not really resonating with Christmas in the way that it was anymore. I know that you are. I know you're starting to feel less and less connected to this whole, like the consumerism and the capitalistic part that goes with it and the pressure and feeling like this and all this stuff. I've always felt really bad around this time, even when I have money, even when I was able to. And right now it's hard for me to do things. So I'm actually going to be making some stuff for my family today. I got to finish it up. I don't think any of them are on here, but I'm making candles. So I got these little jars. So okay, so you know like how it's actually funny, but you know how cannabis comes, sometimes it comes in these glass containers. If you guys buy cannabis, sometimes it comes in these glass containers, the eighths come in these little jars. And I always felt bad. I always feel bad throwing away glass. And I smoke a lot. I had a lot of jars. I had a lot of eighths. Okay. Don't judge me, bitch. All right. So I have a lot of fucking jars. And so I was like, I want to make candles. I want to reuse these. So I have them soaking right now in the sink because right now they have like labels around them and stuff. So I have the jars soaking so I can scrape all the stuff off and scrape all the stuff. And then I have my friend got me beeswax and stuff. I know you, Kira, you see, I'm making my candles. So I have some beeswax and then I have essential oils. And so I'm going to make them like little because I have a lot of jars. So I'm going to make them like 4 sets that you would buy, like 4 different scents. And then I'm going to, I have some crystals and I have some Palo Santo and different things that I'm going to put on top of the candle to make it look really cool. And then I'm going to put some intentions in it. And so I'm going to get a label and I'm going to write it. So I have a lot to do today. So actually I'm going to go because I'm going to go make that. And because I don't have a lot of money and I just also don't want to fall and just have to keep going into this consumerism, I'm going to start making my friends stuff. That means I'm going to start doing Christmas stuff in like June or July. And I think it's going to be awesome. And I'm really excited to pour more of my love and my heart into stuff. Even if I have money, I think it's more thoughtful. I'm sitting here, I'm making these candles from hand. I'm doing these things. It's more than I just went to the store and bought it, you know? So I just want to start doing more of that. And that's a tradition that I want to do with my kids. I want to, if I have kids, I want to start saying, hey, on Christmas, we are going to make stuff for each other. Let's do it. Even though I'm going to have the funds, even though I'm going to be very comfortable with my finances when I have kids, because that's a stipulation that I have for myself, is that I'm not going to be in the same struggling situation. If I have a choice and I'm being safe and protecting myself from getting pregnant, then I'm going to have a baby in love. I'm going to have a baby in love with 2 people that are saying, yes, are we ready to have a baby? Yes, we're having a baby. That is what I desire if I have kids. So if that's being said, I'm already going to be financially stable because I'm building this right now, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I want to have a tradition around the holidays and just birthdays and stuff where we make things for each other. That's something I really want to do, arts and crafts, and do that. That's what I want to do with my family. So maybe making candles is something that we're going to do every single year. Maybe I'm starting it. I don't even have kids right now, but I'm just starting it with my nieces because I have nieces. So I can't wait to make it for them. And each one is going to be a different scent and like a different infusion. So I'm going to say, when you light this, when you're feeling sad, light this when you're feeling joyful, light this when you're feeling angry. I really do want to do like mood candles. Let me stop talking. Okay, I love y'all. I will take pictures and I'll show you guys. And you see when you're a creator, there's no limit. You see when you're a creator, there's no limit. I can do that. And then I can also do candle sets and do it for other families. You see what I'm saying? After I do it with my family, if I love it, then maybe I can do the beeswax in the jars and do candle sets. And every year people can get their candle sets and say, hey guys, it's that time of the year again. Let's get out our conscious candle sets. And it helps connect and we're present. And then I'll have rules. No phone, no TV, no nothing. Just great conversation, love, and sharing stories. And maybe I'll do it where I'll have different cards that you can do while you're making it so you can get to know your family, because we're over here buying stuff. We don't even know our family. Like, I don't even know, like all these Christmases until I woke up, I really didn't even know my sister. I didn't even really know. They didn't even really know shit that was going on with me, but we're over here. Merry Christmas, here's this, take a picture. No, I want you to fucking know me. Then just get me a thing. Okay, great. I love it. The gifts is beautiful. I know acts of service and gifts is beautiful, but like, I wanted you to know me more than I want you to just get me what you think of jewelry and stuff. Like, I want to be able to talk to you about stuff that I don't feel comfortable talking to you about. And I think I should, because you're my family. If I can't talk to y'all about it, then damn. That's where I'm at. So maybe like a card game with candles. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to do like a conscious Christmas box. Like conscious Christmas boxes that people can order. And it has all these fun things that have nothing to do with technology. All right. I'm gonna write this down quick. All right, you guys, I love you. See what I'm saying? When you're a creator, there's no limit. You can just do whatever. And that's what's so fucking fun. There's infinite ways to make money. You just got to believe in yourself. And you just got to be like, I can do that. All right, let me do it. How much are the jars? Just be about your shit. Just be about your shit. That's it. All right, I love y'all. Bye.